Every adulterer's nightmare. This could destroy my marriage. As I sank deeper into the quicksand of my transgressions, the universe, with its twisted sense of justice, saw fit to send reminders from my past. Echoes of a time when the thrill of the chase had been simpler, less fraught with the layers of duplicity that now defined my life. It began with an innocuous message, a digital whisper in the vast cacophony of the online realm. Remember me? 2 words, seemingly innocent, but they cut through the fabric of my present, drawing blood. Michael, a name I hadn't thought of in years. We'd shared fervent months of clandestine meetings before I'd decided it was a chapter best closed. The memory of our time together was a haze of dimly lit hotel rooms, fervent whispers, and the delicious thrill of stolen moments. But like all things predicated on fleeting passion, it had burnt out, leaving behind only ashes. He'd moved on, or so I thought. Yet here he was, reaching out from the shadows, his intent cloaked in ambiguity. I replied, my words carefully measured, attempting to gauge the motive behind his sudden reappearance. Soon, hints dropped like breadcrumbs indicated his intentions weren't benign. Veiled threats punctuated our conversations, an undercurrent of menace lurking beneath the pleasantries. It'd be a shame if Chris found out about our little secret, he mused in one of his messages. A chill ran down my spine. The walls of the labyrinth I'd built seemed to close in, threatening to trap me. Julian's touch, his scent, our shared moments, everything felt distant, overshadowed by the looming specter of exposure. But intertwined with the fear was a perverse thrill. It's hard to admit, even to myself, but the danger, the tightrope walk on the precipice of ruin, was exhilarating. My dalliances, initially driven by a quest for passion, were now intertwined with the adrenaline rush of the forbidden. The line between desire and the thrill of danger had blurred, driving me further down the rabbit hole of recklessness. I decided to confront Michael, hoping to broker some form of truce. We met at an old haunt, a bar dimly lit with the melancholy of past transgressions. The weight of our shared history hung thick in the air. "You always did love playing with fire, Sandra," Michael began, his voice dripping with a mix of nostalgia and malice. "Why now, Michael?" I asked, my voice steely, trying to mask the turmoil within. A smile, more a smirk, tugged at the corner of his lips. "Let's just say I feel slighted, forgotten, and we both know how dangerous forgotten memories can be." Our conversation was a dance of wits, a game of cat and mouse. Every word, every nuance loaded with significance. We parted that night with an uneasy truce, the terms of which were left hanging, unspoken but understood. As I stepped out into the cold night, the weight of my choices bore down on me. The web of deceit, the shadowy figures from the past, and the ever-present threat of discovery formed a noose, tightening its grip. Crafting a world of deceit is a meticulous art form. One might argue it's not unlike painting or sculpting. Each layer, each brushstroke requires precision. It's a delicate balance of weaving truths with untruths until even the creator begins to lose track of the original canvas. From the outside, it might seem like an elaborate game. Stolen glances transformed into tales of chance encounters with old friends. Late nights at the office cleverly explained away as dedication to my work. I had answers, alibis, excuses, an intricate dance of deception, carefully choreographed and executed to perfection. But you must understand, it was never just about the thrill. It was survival, a desperate attempt to keep the walls of my 2 worlds from crumbling, from colliding. My heart, always in a vice grip of panic, of being found out, Yet, for all my careful planning, the biggest deception wasn't the lies I told others, but the ones I told myself. The internal justifications, the mental gymnastics to reconcile my actions, to find solace in the shadows of my own conscience. With every lie, every tryst, the abyss within deepened. Each time I looked in the mirror, I searched for the woman I once was, the one untainted by this labyrinth of betrayals. All I saw was a stranger, her eyes haunted by the specters of her choices. There were nights, many nights, where the guilt consumed me, when the faces of those I'd wronged, especially Chris, loomed large, casting judgment. The love I felt for him, the genuine moments we shared, they became my torture, reminders of the sacrilege I was committing. But how do you escape a prison of your own making? How do you break free from chains you've so meticulously forged? The truth is, you don't. You merely adapt, evolve, become a master of your own illusions. And therein lies the cruel irony. In my quest for freedom, for passion, for life beyond the ordinary, I'd shackled myself to a life of perpetual subterfuge, a life where trust, authenticity, and peace were but distant mirages. My soul, once vibrant and untamed, now felt trapped, ensnared in the web of its own making. The game of deception had become my reality, and with each passing day, the lines between truth and lies blurred further, leaving me adrift in a sea of my own contradictions.
This is chapter 3 of a 6-part short story. The next chapter is chapter 4. If you liked this chapter and would like to hear the other 5 chapters or more stories of love, betrayal, cheating, and candid confessions like this one, please make sure you subscribe to the Romance Diaries on YouTube.